shrieking children and parents who won't keep them quiet. It may seem unfair to include the children. It's not their fault, you may say, and the parents are often helpless. You may be right, but fairness is beside the point. When a child yells in my ear in a cramped airplane, I just want the noise to stop. And I'm clearly not the only one to find such behaviour upsetting. But there is a solution to the adult discord. Parents who are travelling with small children can bring small gifts for their fellow passengers as a preemptive move to fend off criticism from people like me. A number of people, particularly on so-called mummy blogs, are given specific recommendations for these goodie bags, containing items such as gum, candy bar and earplugs to modify seat neighbours on a flight. In an indication of how widespread this strategy has become, a strong backlash has already developed denouncing the practice. And there's people quoting saying that they're part of a dangerous trend, people apologising or made to feel they should apologise for having children. And that's according to Rebecca Duke, a Today Parents senior editor and a mother of two. But the writer here, Damon, says that Team Goodie Bag has it right. Confined in a tight space for only a short time, never to see most of the passengers again, you need a bag to build social capital fast. You may disparage this practice as a cheap bribe, grease or even hush money, but it is much more high-minded and common. Damon goes on to admit that he takes the pro-bag position because I'd like to take seriously the small pleasures I can find in airline travel. And this really is a debate about space and peace of mind. I, like almost everyone who flies, understand that children will wail, scream and kick seats. And there is nothing that I can do about it, as much as I might want to try. Creating a system that prevents fighting is of great comfort. The goodie bag is a step in the direction of conflict resolution before there is any conflict. As I said, the full article can be found at tinyurl.com/jhmnx8q. And again, facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show for a link to the for the web address for this article. Of course, personally, I feel that planes should have family-only sections so that the rest of us can travel in peace. But I'm not a parent, and I know when I mention that to parents, they get very upset. Whether it's like they're upset because they can't disrupt everybody else's journey because theirs is being disrupted, I don't know. But I'm sure there's many people like me who would pay more to be on a quiet flight. But if there's anything I've missed on the airplane etiquette, including a little bit of airport etiquette now, let me know, facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show, and educate me to get it right next time.
Hey Dave, it's your round, mate.
Yeah, my throat's drier than the Gobi Desert.
All right. Beers all round, yeah? Okay, which one of you jokers has got my wallet?
Well, I haven't got it. God, he'll do anything to save a few quid.
Yeah, that's right. He's always had short arms and long pockets.
Seriously, guys, someone's nicked it from my bag.
If you lose your wallet, passport or tickets while you're on holiday, your mates winding you up will be the least of your worries. Keep your valuable stuff locked up safely when you don't need it. And if you're on the beach or by the pool, only take the cash you need.
For more information, go to gov.uk/knowbeforeyougo or follow us on Facebook or Twitter.
You can follow me on Twitter @holiday_hut. I'm recording this show and there's a lot of building works going on near me. And even though I've got great windows, great walls and a bit of soundproofing, every now and again a Caterpillar track digger goes past. And if you can hear some weird noises in the background, that's what it is. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully my voice will drown it out. But with this excellent microphone I've got, you might still be able to hear what's going on outside. Anyway, last week I mentioned that I was investigating air rage and drinking at airports. And I was doing freedom of information requests and I was getting some answers back. And then the government came out with an announcement. They were looking into it. And I thought, oh no, all my work's basically undone because everything I was working towards, they jumped to me on everything. Obviously, they've got more pulling power than I have when it comes to getting the answers. So I started to look into something else I found out while investigating this, and that's bars don't need a licence once they're airside at airports. No licensing, no minimum age, sell to anybody. I was looking at using an airport as a birthday destination for 17-year-olds. This got me laughed at by Luton Airport, but it turns out Luton Airport They have the, if you look under 25, you have to show ID rule, just like bars down the street. And they don't serve to anybody under the age of 18. So it looks like this story is also going to crash and burn. But if you've been airside, and airside is the airport past security, and you've been able to buy drinks easily for people who are clearly under 18, please do let me know which airport, which bar, at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. And I'll see if I can still get something out of this story to see if airports do make great birthday party destinations. Now, after doing my rants and raves last week, I thought about doing a hotel etiquette study, but Expedia email popped into my inbox this morning. They've beaten me to it. Although, to be fair, they're only asking Americans, and they may have a different outlook to us. So anyway, let's find out what upsets the Americans when it comes to hotels. The catchily titled 2016 Expedia Hotel Etiquette Study asked 1,018 Americans to identify the features and amenities they prioritise when booking a hotel, as well as the guest behaviours they find the most aggravating. It found that Americans who have stayed in a hotel for at least once over the past 2 years disagree about the protocol of tipping hotel employees, but wholeheartedly agree on the importance of complimentary Wi-Fi. And goes on to say, parents, please pay attention. For the second straight year, inattentive parents tops the list of people whose behaviour aggregates the fellow guests. It was cited by 72% of those who took part, and it narrowly edged hallway hellraisers on the list of inappropriate behaviours. The 10 least popular fellow hotel guests in the hotel etiquette study are: at number 10, the elevator chatterbox, 9%. Number 9, the business bar boozers, 17%. 8, the hot tub canoodlers, 22%. 7 was the poolside partiers at 28%. The loudly amorous came in at number 6 at 29%. Bickerers, and we've all seen those, especially at Luton Airport recently with all the queues and whatnot, 35%. Complainers, 53%. I remember a couple complaining to somebody at a hotel in Kenya that the vodka wasn't Smirnoff. I'm thinking, you really need to get out more. But anyway, in-room partygoers, it's a word I can't pronounce, partygoers, party holders even, 59% was number 3. At 69%, or with 69%, was number 2 at hallway hellraisers, and as already said, 72% of people did not like inattentive parents, this year's number 1. The survey revealed that 18% of respondents have asked to switch hotel rooms because of noisy neighbours. John Morey, Vice President and General Manager at Expedia.com, noted that thoughtful behaviour is paramount in an environment like a hotel. He said, the hotel experience is one that many people love. Fresh towels, a comfortable made bed, room service at the ready. It can be a deeply enjoyable experience. But it's vital to remember that you're not staying there by yourself. You are surrounded by hundreds of people who are paid to share that space. Conscientiousness makes all the difference. So, what else did the survey find? Well, as I said earlier, that the Americans are divided on whether to tip housekeeping or whether to tip at all. As a Brit, I'm quite uncomfortable with tipping. I thought the Americans are experts, so this is quite interesting. 30% claim they don't tip anyone during a hotel stay. Among those who tip, the most tipped hotel employee is the housekeeper at 46%, followed by the room service attendant at 40%, 30% tap the valet, and only 20% tip the porter. 10% tip the concierge. These 1,018 Americans were also asked about the temptations to misbehave during a hotel stay. In response, 24% admitted to hoarding toiletries to take home with them. 11% have let multiple people sleep in their room without notifying the hotel. Guilty of that. Now, 5 of us in a twin room when I was on a training course a long time ago. 5 teenagers in a twin room. The mornings weren't pleasant. And 10% have taken items from the hotel room without permission. As it relates to a more illicit activity, Americans are largely well behaved. Only 4% have smoked in a non-smoking room. 3% have deliberately eavesdropped on a neighbouring room. 2% have attended a hotel party that left the room in disarray. And the same percent admit to having been locked out of their room while wearing just a bathrobe 31% of those who responded claimed to have booked a hotel room for the express purpose of being intimate with someone. There we go. And now Wi-Fi. When asked about which factors are very important in choosing a hotel, price remains top, selected by 73% of respondents. And complimentary Wi-Fi ranks second. With me, it would be first, with 63%. Location was 61%, reviews 43%, and parking options was 38%. These people seem to have it slightly different to me, but I can see the reasons for all those bits there. The ability to earn hotel points and the hotel brand itself were deemed very important by only 20% and 18% of the visitors respectively. Wi-Fi was also selected as the top hotel amenity, deemed somewhat important by 88% of people. A full 97% believe Wi-Fi should be provided by the hotel at no charge. An in-room fridge, 81%, complimentary toiletries, 80%, and a pool at 59% round out the top 4 preferred amenities. So, what about you? What winds you up at the hotel? And what do you look forward to? What winds me up most are the people who lay their towels out at midnight to make sure they have the best beds by the pool. But anyway, what about you? Let me know what you think at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show.
Hello, it's Roy. Yeah, we're on the ferry. We should be in Spain tomorrow afternoon.
Well, be careful. Lots of crooks on the roads out here.
Crooks? You know where I grew up.
This is different. They target British registered vehicles.
Yeah, they used to do that round my way.
I'm serious. They'll tell you there's something wrong with your car, so you pull over, then they rob you. Or they distract you at a motorway stop. They target hire cars, too.
Hire cars?
Yeah, well, they're driven by tourists.
Oh, OK, I'll watch out.
Good. So, looking forward to the drive down?
Yeah, well, I was.
Thieves in Spain have been targeting hire cars and UK-registered vehicles, so be extra careful on the roads. For details, visit gov.uk and search for Living in Spain.
You can keep up to date with travel news and leave me a message at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. So this week on the Travel Show, I'm doing more rants and raves and travel news and bits and pieces, and later on there'll be some tips on how to avoid a stomach upset when you're away on holiday. But just before the break, I said that people who hog the poolside beds with getting up really early in the morning and sticking their towels out upset me the most when it comes to hotel guests. Well, perhaps I shouldn't have booked a holiday to Antigua and chose Italy instead, as over there beach hoggers face fines in a police crackdown. Italian police are cracking down on tourists who get up early to bag the best beach spots or leave personal belongings on a sun lounge overnight. Called Operation Safe Sea, the initiative gives officials the right to issue a fines of €220, which is around £170 at the moment, along Italy's coastline to people who do not comply with requests. Personal beach items have been seized at various resorts around Italy, and some beaches have banned chairs and umbrellas before 8:30 in the morning. The Italian newspaper La Repubblica reported that 37 deck chairs and beach chairs, 30 umbrellas plus towels, bathing suits were confiscated by the Coast Guard in western Tuscany, while the Tuscan town of Cellina, I bet I got that wrong, has banned anyone from leaving their belongings on the beach before 8:30 in the morning. The newspaper said sunspot hogging has been a problem since Italy first became a popular tourist destination after the Second World War. It's been going on for an awful long time then. Italy did introduce a similar initiative for almost 10 years ago. In 2007, Coast Guard officials fined 6 tourists around £700 for leaving 10 towels on the beach before 6 a.m. at a resort in northwestern Italy. Operation Safe Sea is also cracking down on people who charge for renting out lounges and umbrellas on public beaches. Now this sounds like a great idea to me. Hopefully it'll be everywhere, because I don't get ready for 8:30 in the morning when I'm on holiday. I don't know about you. Not possible. Not going to happen. I'm struggling to make breakfast in the morning, let alone get up and put my towel down somewhere. And now a warning has come in from Global News in Canada about that you should check your foreign money before travelling. And this story is about a Vancouver man who was shocked after trying to cash in leftover Mexican pesos when he returned home from his holiday. A Global News Consumer Matters reporter, Anne Drewer, provided information to help you avoid a similar situation. Well, what was the problem? Eventually, I'm going to tell you. Back in June, this traveller went to a currency exchange